everybody! Today I'm in my kitchen, but don't worry, I'm not going to cook. Today I'm going to Retrobright this beautiful Macintosh SE case I have before me. Now I know I already put a retrobrightening video on my channel, but since it's such a rewarding and satisfying process, I'm going to do it all over again. Before we start, I'm just showing you an image of how this case looks like, or should look like. You have on the right side the Macintosh SE case I've dismantled and I have before me, and on the left side you can see a Macintosh Plus in its proper platinum color, and the Mac SE is actually gonna get this color. Now once more here in live, this is the cover of my hard disk 20 SC, and you see the yellowed plastic. Now I am going to start off by, well, I actually did start off, I already cleaned it with isopropanol alcohol. It's important that you let the alcohol dry so it doesn't react with the hydrogen peroxide agent. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Then the second thing you're gonna need is a toothpick, because every Macintosh part that has a logo has the capability to have this logo removed. And you do this by using this little hole, which usually is right behind the logo, and you just push it out, just like that. And here you also see the real platinum color revealed next to the yellowed case. Now, before I'm going into it, I want to address some concerns that are out there. First, the biggest concern is using the pasting method, which I'm using. So I'm using this bleaching cream, which is usually used by hairdressers. It contains 12% hydrogen peroxide. And I'm using this as opposed to use liquid hydrogen peroxide, which with a higher percentage. People use a large container, fill it up with the hydrogen peroxide, soak their parts into it completely. You need a lot of chemicals for that. You need a lot of space. You need, well, artificial UV light, or you can also use sunlight like I am. But this is sort of the easier version for everybody at home. That's why I'm using it, because I don't have space, I don't have access to chemicals. And you're doing this by simply using the cream and applying it with a brush. And then cover it with wrapping plastic, which I'm about to do. Now, the biggest concern about this method is that it leads to discoloration or uneven bleaching, which can happen especially with beige parts, but with platinum parts it's not that much of a risk. And that's important, you have to use this and repeat the process over the course of a couple of days, because then you will get the color you want in the end. So it might be that you have some discoloration after the first application, but this will surely go away, so don't be alarmed by that. Now, as you see, I'm starting with the pasting. Another thing people are concerned about is the well, the writing, the Macintosh writing on the front. But you can safely paste over it if you repeat the process 5, 6, 7 times, depending on which color you want at the end. Then it might get a little lighter, but it will, I've never seen it actually harmed or disappear completely, so you don't need to be afraid of that. Everything is pasted and set up. As you see, I put it here on the Windows side in order for some sunlight to work on it. I also treated the programmer switch because it also yellows over time. What you do is you let it sit for 24 hours, then you clean it in the shower or under water, let it dry and repeat the process. And I will keep you up to date tomorrow in order to see the progress. So, I'm quite surprised actually, because after only one day, the front panel is almost ready. As you see here, where the Apple logo was versus the case color. So it's almost the same already. I'm actually quite surprised it happened that quick, but it must be the strongest sun in the summertime now. I'm also showing you the image again next to the Macintosh Plus. And the front panel actually looks much better already than the one from the Mac Plus. The back case still needs a couple more rounds. As you see, it's still yellow compared to the Macintosh Plus. So I will treat the front panel one more time and the back case one or two more times. Okay, so basically we're done after only 2 applications. As you see, the case has the same color as the surface below the logo. I'm also showing you the before and after image. You won't see much difference between after the first application and after the second application. It actually is due to light, and the second application didn't do much. It basically removed all the discolorations and imperfections, which means this really looks nice on all sides. Nothing is discolored. And also the back case, you'll see here. I mean, I could treat it once more. It's not as white or as platinum as the front panel, but I actually do not want to treat it once more because A, it's a hassle because it's large and you need a lot of wrapping plastic, and B, it's a vintage computer, so it might look old, and it may look old in fact, and it doesn't need to be bleached like it's completely new. So yeah, basically what I'll do now regarding the case is the final piece of the puzzle. I will add just a little bit of glue because we have removed the sticky pad that was below the logo, and I will reapply the Apple logo, which is in front there, and that's it. And now I'm going to put the computer back together. But that's what I meant at the beginning with retrobrightening being a very satisfying and rewarding process, because when you see this at the end, it's really super nice. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.